With this presentation, we would
ब्रजेश, ये देख कैसा करना है, देख क्या क्या करना है।
कर मेरे को भी
Vrushali Miss, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I think we should start.
Sir, Pooja madam has not joined us.
Just a minute.
Sunday, sir, will start at 10:15. Let the students also join. So we'll start at 10:15.
Yes, Miss. Okay, ma'am.
By that time, you just inform judges also to join fast.
Yes, Miss.
भागवत भी रूम 2 में जाना चाहिए. भागवत का इधर लिखा था नाम भागवत पर. यहाँ पे भागवत. फिर उसके बाद प्रीति पाठक है ग्रुप 1 में रोशनी भाटिया, संजना यादव ग्रुप 2, श्वेता पवार आदर्श कॉलेज.
रजिस्टर नहीं किया.
सिमरन ठाकुर, वीरेंद्र नायडू.
जितेंद्र सिंह
जितेंद्र सिंह है क्या? एक मिनट अभी. हाँ, जितेंद्र सिंह. वीरेंद्र नायडू नहीं है ना. विजय
इधर नहीं है ग्रुप में.
विजय खाली विजय लिखा है. यश बागरा. मतलब ये लोग नहीं आए हैं अभी तक. गिराई सुमन.
भावेशा. ये रंबा. नांसी आई ना. नांसी नहीं चाहिए तो नांसी तो है. उसकी भी है.
ज्वाइन नहीं होगा. गौरी
लाड़ी के अनजाने. यादव अंजलि.
मयूर
मयूर पाटिल.
पाठवून दिला. रिजल्ट आया है.
आएगा 15 दिन में आ जाएगा. नहीं रिजल्ट की नहीं चाहिए, एग्जाम देना है ना.
I request all the participants, please rename yourself. Please rename yourself as your name dash college name. Shall we start?
Yes, sir, we can start.
एक 5-6 मिनिटात नाश्ता लागतो.
Chalo, okay. Chalo, a warm and pleasant good morning to one and all present here on this virtual platform. I am Assistant Professor Sandesh Tambe and I welcome you all on the behalf of the Bharat College of Arts and Commerce to this online PPT presentation competition on Union Budget 2020, which is organized by the Management Cell and Financial Literacy Association of Bharat College of Arts and Commerce. Before moving ahead, I request all of you to stand for the national anthem. So I request Ushali Miss to play the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
The essence of great leadership is influence and not authority. Okay. With this word, I request our leader, in charge principal, Madam Dr. Neetu Kapoor, to address the audience. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sandesh sir. First of all, a very warm, very cozy good morning to all of you. It's really a privilege to gather a small group of students who are going to be the future finance ministers of India. I can say those students who understand what budget is about, who are here to plan the budget, speak on budget, review the budget 2022. We are here to discuss on financial budget 2022, which has given a top priority on digitalization. So this whole international presentation competition is on online, is on a online platform, is using digital ways of communication, digital mode of communication. I think we are at the right place to talk on the right things. So you as a youngsters, what do you feel about the financial budget of India? What do you think should have been included in this budget? Where there were certain shortcomings, where there were certain benefits to the society, to the businessmen, to the corporate houses, to education sector or various sectors. Budget comes up with the role where it tries to reduce the deficit or generate surplus. So we are eager to hear from you what you feel on budget 2022. What are your opinions, or which sectors you feel more aspiring to talk on? So we would definitely like to hear you, and this is an opportunity to hear you all on budget 2022. I'm really thankful to you all for your participation. Wish you all the best and may the best win. Thank you very much, Sandesh sir, for giving me this opportunity to talk. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. So before we start our presentation competition, let me introduce our today's judge. Today we have with us Assistant Professor Farida Kopolewala. Ma'am having a 28 year of teaching experience in the subjects economics, publishing a various research paper in international and national conference. Ma'am awarded for the best presentee in international conference in Italy. Ma'am pursuing her PhD in the subjects of economics. Our second judge is Assistant Professor Pooja Oak. Ma'am is MCom and state qualified from the commerce field. She is pursuing her PhD in tourism, having a total 10 years experience in the field of industries, corporate, and having a 6 years experience in the subjects of marketing. Ma'am published more than 15 research papers in international and national conference. I welcome both the judges, and without spending much time, let's start our today's competition. So I request Vrushali ma'am to split the participants according to their groups. I hope all the participants know their groups and slot number, because the list of the groups and slot number already posted in the group. So I request Vrushali ma'am to split the participants according to their slot number
Yes,
and
sir.
group number.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Students, just a minute. We are splitting the participants into the two groups. Okay, just a minute.
संदेश सर.
Technological person. कोविड हमको हुआ नहीं, लेकिन हमको सबसे ज्यादा इफेक्ट हुआ.
संदेश सर. संदेश सर.
एक पार्टिसिपेंट उधर दिख रहे. इस डेट में इशू हो जाएगा.
Achal Gupta, please join breakout room which is assigned to you.
हेलो।
पहला नाम बोलो ना please। कौन सा है? वन ना?
ग्रुप 2 है।
सब मीटिंग कभी स्टार्ट होगी?
बोलो बोलो चालू करो।
We are just starting in a minute. Just have patience. We are starting in a minute.
मैम
Excuse me,
और
ma'am.
ग्रुप
Yes.
का
Huh?
Ma'am, मैं
Ma'am,
group-
how can we join the breakout room?
Well, we might have sent you an invite, na, to join.
ये माइक हमारा ही ऑन है।
I'm not able to see the invitation option over here.
So let it be now. Let it be. We'll transfer you automatically. Now you stay here. So as
Okay.
your turn come, we'll send you an invite. You can join there. Okay.
Okay.
यस मैम
So-
ग्रुप फर्स्ट ऐसे इनविटेशन ही आएगा ना?
Group 1 आप जो यहाँ पे है ना unassigned में, this is group 1. Okay. For group 2, we'll be sending you an invite. Sandesh
Okay, ma'am.
sir. Sandesh sir.
चालू करायला लावलंय माझं एक मुलीला दिलं बघा.
Sandesh sir, please start and you are unmute. So please.
Yes miss, we are starting.
It's getting too late, huh? Actually, you should have sat here only, na, somewhere near to me.
हेलो हेलो, आई एम ऑडिबल?
Who is this, Bhagwat?
नो मैम, माई सेल्फ सिमरन ठाकुर।
Just a minute, huh? Let sir announce.
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, you can start.
Ma'am, sorry for disturbing. Can I get that breakout room again because I have lost my connection?
Okay, just a minute. You are in room 2, na?
Yes, ma'am.
हेलो मैम, कैन वी स्टार्ट नाउ?
Yes, you can start.
Okay. Myself Simran Thakur. Let's start with our PPT competition. The first name of the participant is Mayuresh Sanjay Surve from college SICES College.
यस मैम। Hello audience. Good morning. This is Mayuresh Sanjay Surve. On February 1st, 2022, our current Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has given a great speech on Union Budget 2022 in Parliament. From this speech, she has given a clear path for the development of India, entering Amrit Kal, the 25th year-long lead up to India at 100. The budget provides impetus for growth. From this short introduction, you got idea about my today's
Chalo, hello, Mayuresh Surve is present. Mayuresh Surve.
Yes, sir.
Mayuresh, start your presentation.
Okay, sir.
Farida ma'am, this is a Mayuresh Surve from SICS College.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Hello, audience. Good morning. This is Mayuresh Sanjay Surve. On February 1st, 2022, our current Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has given a great speech on Union Budget 2022 in Parliament. From this speech, she has given a clear path for the development of India, entering Amrit Kal, the 25 years long lead up to India at 100. The budget provides impetus for growth. From this short introduction, you got idea about my today's topic. So let's get started from our presentation. Following are the different sectors are shown on the below screen, in which new laws and schemes are introduced. So started from our first sector, which is tax. Here are the 8 key related takeaways from the budget 2022. Firstly, like last year, there was no chances in the income tax lapse this year's budget, dashing hopes at taxpayer. Secondly, tax relief to the person with disabilities. According to the present law, the lump sum payment or annuity is available to the differently able person on the death of the subscriber, that is parent or guardians. There will be situation where the differently able dependent may need payment of annuity or lump sum amount even during the lifetime of their parents or guardians. Third one, provision to files and updated returns on a payment of additional tax. The government has proposed to provide a one-time window to correct omissions in the income tax returns field. Taxpayers can file the updated returns within 2 years from the assessment year. Fourth, Finance Minister proposed the 3rd tax on income from transfer of virtual digital asset, 1% tax deducted at a source of TDS on transfer of virtual assets. Above gifts will be taxed. Fifth one, the government has proposed to increase tax deduction from 10% to 14% on contribution to NPS by state government to employees. Sixth, the corporate tax rate has been kept at the same level. However, concession corporate tax rate of 15% will be available for 1 more year till March 2024 for newly incorporated manufacturing companies. So our next sector is infrastructure. With growing orientation, capex investment in infrastructure continues to be the focus of the budget. The budget intended to provide the blueprint to steer the Indian economy for the next 25 years under the aegis of PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan at a cost of 20,000 crores. Secondly, National Highways network to be expanded by 25,000 kilometers in 2022 to 2023. Third, National Master Plan on Expressway will be formulated in 2022 to 2023. 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains to be manufactured in next 3 years. 60 kilometers of ropeway project under the Parvat Mala project. And 700 Gati Shakti cargo terminals in the next 3 years. So our third sector is agriculture. 2022 seeks to envisions doubling the farmers' incomes through a multi-pronged approach centered around access to finance, access to marketplace, and access to new age technology and better farming practices related to organic farming, drones, technology of tenders. So first one, wheat, paddy, kharif, and rabi crops, benefiting over 1 crore farmers. Secondly, rupees 2.37 lakh crores towards a direct payment for the minimum support prices. Third one, chemical-free natural farming to be promoted across the country. Fourth one, 20 will be a year of a millet support for the post-harvest value addition for millet products. Fifth one, using a Kisan drones for crops assessment and spraying of pesticides. Six, Ken Betwa River linking project at a cost of rupees 44,000 crores to benefit 9.0 lakh hectares of farmland. Defense. So our next sector is through the earmarked domestic defense budget, the government has given a much needed order certainty to the Indian private sectors. So first one is 68% capital procurement budget earmark for domestic procurement. Second, defense R&D to be opened up for the startups, private industry and academia. Second, again, 25% of R&D budget to be set aside for this. And thirdly, a private industry will be encouraged to take up design and development of military platforms and equipments. So our next sector is health sector. Interestingly, the allocations for the current financial year is negotiable, increases as compared to revised estimate of rupees 5,915 crores for the 2021 to 2022 budget. Estimated our budget allocation announced at the beginning of each financial years. A revised estimated is a mid-year review of possible expenditures in a financial year. So a national digital health ecosystem to be rolled out. Secondly, the national tele-mental health programs to be set up to focus on a mental health. And thirdly, the 23 tele-mental health centers of excellence. Fourth one, the benefit of women and children through a mission Shakti, mission Vatsalya, Saksham, Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0. Fifth one, the rupees 60,000 crores under the Har Ghar Nal Sejal to cover 3.8 crores household in a 2022 to 2023. Third one, which is education. The expanded One Class One TV channel initiative will enable all states to provide supplementary education in a regional language for the class 1st to 12th. The government will also establish a digital university to provide access to students across the country to world-class quality universal education. With the personalized learning experience, the finance minister, sorry, our third point, our last sector, which is digital development. The union budget 22 of the government of India has not only brought focus on digitalizing finance and finance sector, but has also taken the public spheres by storm. The budget has used Digital India as a to in inclusion and to build a robust economic in the long term. Some of the key highlights that is RBI to introduce digital rupees using blockchains technology in 2022 to 2023. Second, 75 digital banking units to be set up across 75 districts. Third one, e-passports with embed chips and futuristic technology to be rolled out. And fourth one and last, which is unique land parcel identification numbers for income tax based management of land records. Thank you for listening my presentation on virtual. Thank you.
So thank you, Mayuresh.
Thank you, sir.
Please stop sharing your screen. Okay. Next is Deepali from Dr. Tope College. Deepali is there. Hello, Deepali is there. So next is Anju Gupta from Ganga Education Trust. Hello, Anju is present. Anju is there.
She is not there, sir.
Next is Uddesh Poskar from Tope College. Uddesh is present.
स्पोर्ट्स करने का आंसर स्पोर्ट्स से उसको भी रिसीव
हाँ हाँ डालो डालो
क्या है
Swati Mishra is there.
ये तो हम बच्चों को देंगे
Yes,
ना
sir.
वापस हाँ तो डालो डालो
Sir?
Swati, start your presentation. Swati.
Yes, sir, I am starting.
नेम ऑफ द इवेंट डालो रिसीव फ्रॉम नाम डाला
Sir, my PPT is visible.
Unmute करायला.
Hello.
Sorry. mute.
यस यस
Yes. Gulshan ma'am, mute yourself.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Swati Mishra from Bharat College of Arts and Commerce. Today, my topic for presentation is Highlights of Union Budget 2022 and 2023, which is given by our Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. What is budget? A budget is an estimation of revenue and expense over a specific future period of time and utilized by government, businesses, and individuals. Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance is the nodal body responsible for preparing the budget. These are some key points. Modi government's, it is a 10th budget. Indian economic growth estimate at 9.2% to be highest among all large economies. According to finance ministers, this year budget focus on creating a blueprint for India's 25 years. We are talking about India at 75 till now. From now, we will talk about India at 100. This would be the Amrit Kal for India. Nirmala Sitharaman holds the record for delivering the longest speech when she spoke for 2 hours and 42 minutes. These are the 4 areas which are in focus. First, PM Gati Shakti. Second, inclusive development. Third, energy transition and climate action. Fourth, financing of investment. These are some highlights. First sector, tax. Direct tax. No change in income tax slab. File update within 2 years. Tax rebate on employees' contribution in NPS and state government. Employee increase at 14%. Tax incentive for startups till March 2023. LTCG surcharge on all assets cap at 15%. Indirect tax, highest GST collection in Jan 2022, rupees 1.4 lakh crore. Extra excess duty to be implemented on petrol and diesel from October 2022. Next sector is infrastructure. First point, PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan at a cost of rupees 20,000 crore. National highways network to be expanded by 25,000 km in 2022 and 2023. National Master Plan on expressways will be formulated in 2022 and 2023. 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains to be manufactured in next 3 years. 60-kilometer roadway projects under Parvatmala projects. Metro system, multimodal connectivity will be facilitated on priorities. 100 Gati Shakti cargo terminals in the next 3 years. Next sector is agriculture. Rupees 2.37 lakh crore direct payment to be 1.63 crore farmers for placement of wheat and paddy. Chemical-free natural farmings to be promoted throughout the country. Initially focus on farmers' land in 5-kilometer wide corridors along River Ganga. 2022 to be the year of mild support for post-harvest value additional for miles product. Using Kisan drones for crop assessment and sparing of pesticides. NABARD to be facilitated funds with blended capital to finance startups for agriculture and rural enterprises. Next sector is defense. 68% of capital punishment budget earned from domestic punishment. Defense lands and opened up for the startups. 25% of research and development budget to be set aside for this. Private industry will be encouraged to take up design and development for military platforms and equipments. Next sector is health. National digital health ecosystem to be rolled out. National telemental health programs to be set up to focus on mental health. 23 telemental health centers for excellence. Benefits to women and children throughout Mission Shakti, Mission Vatsalya, Sakham Anganwadi, and Poshan 2.0. Rupees 60,000 crore under Har Ghar Nal Se Jal to cover 3.8 crore households in 2022 and 2023. Next sector is education. Digital university to be set up and to be made in different Indian languages. One class, one television with 200 channels, e-Vidya to provide supplementary education in all regional languages. Next sector is digital development. RBI to introduce digital rupee using blockchain technology in 2022 and 2023. 75 digital banking units to setups across 75 districts. E-passport to be amended, chips and futuristic technology be to rolled out. Unique land passer identification number and IT-based management for land records. 30% tax on profit from digital asset cryptos to be recognized as virtual asset. Spectrum Association is here to enable 5G rollout by 2023. Conclusion, Budget 2022 hits infrastructure, digital infrastructure, sustainability, and cryptocurrency. Misses no change in income tax slabs, aggressive fiscal deficit target. Thank you so much for listening my presentation.
Thank you, Swati. Next presentation is Yupika Mali from Adarsha College. Yupika is there. Next is Virendra Naidu from MIM College. Virendra Naidu is present. Next is Tulsi Chowdhury from Motilal Junjunwala College. Tulsi, are you there? Tulsi. Next is Geet from RKT College. Geet, are you there?
Hello, sir.
Yes,
my voice is audible.
Yes, Geet.
Okay. So hello everyone. This is Geet Inamati from RKT College of Arts, Science and Commerce, and today today it gives me a wonderful opportunity and immense pleasure to represent or to open up a presentation on financial budget for the year 2022 and 23, which was recently being presented by our Honorable Finance Minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, in the Parliament. So let's have a look on it. So we are going to have a look on the union budget for the assessment year or for the financial year 2022 and 23, which was being recently represented by Finance Minister Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman on 1st Feb 2022. So before going to the topic, let us understand or let us recall the concept called as budget. We people of commerce and as well as of arts have recently crossed this term budget. We normally use this term in our day-to-day life also. Like we hear people usually saying that my budget is not balanced this year due to so and so reasons. My budget is out of the pocket this year and so reasons. So let us understand what do we mean by the term budget. So we will have a look on the meaning of the term budget, which will be explained in short. The term budget comes from the French word budget, which means small leather purse. Now we have the definition over here on the screen. A budget is a financial plan for a defined period. Now, say for one year, yes, the budget is for the 1 year. Now, these includes planned sales volumes, revenues, resources, quantities, cost and expenses, assets, liabilities, and cash flows. Now, cash flows may be of two parts, like inflows and cash inflows and cash outflows also. So the companies, governments, families, and other organizations use it to express as the strategic plans of activities or events in measurable terms. Now, the word strategic is very important here, which actually makes this definition a strong definition, or you can say the inclusive definition. The word strategic means that you have to perform some actions in now itself in order to achieve something, a bigger target, in order to achieve something better, or you can say or we can say something a crucial task if you want to accomplish. So we have to take action from now itself. So the budget is prepared by the Budget Division Department of Economic Affairs of the Ministry of Finance annually, that is every year. The Finance Minister is the head of the budget making committee. The present Indian Finance Minister is Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman ji. The budget includes supplementary excess grants, and when a proclamation by the President is also taken so as to avoid the failure of constitutional machinery is in operation in relation to a state or union territory in case of preparation of budget of such a state. The first budget of India was submitted on 18 February 1860 by James Wilson. We all know at that time, during the 1860s period, India was ruled by East India Company, and at that time P.C. Mahalanobis was known as the father of Indian budget. He was the and the first person to represent the budget was James Wilson. So let's have an introduction part for the budget 2022 and 23. Honorable Finance Minister Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman presented the Union Budget 2022 on 1st Feb 2022 in the second year of the COVID-19 pandemic. We all know that currently we are under the second, or you can say in the middle of the pandemic, where we are facing the COVID-19, its aftermath, and as well as many mutations have been seen. So there are many ups and downs in the share markets due to the lockdowns imposed by various governments in order to curb the spread of this virus.
Hello, Geet. Hello, Geet. Geet, you are not audible. Gulshan ma'am, I think he left me. Gulshan ma'am.
हाँ sir.
Let's take a next presentation, ma'am. Suraj Singh is there. Suraj Singh. Chalo, after Suraj Singh, Krishna.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, there was a small interruption between my net connectivity got lost.
Okay, Geet, you can continue.
So can I continue with the current presentation? No?
Yes, please continue.
Yes, okay. Sorry for the unnecessary interruption. On the digital asset, new digital rupee using blockchain technology will be also be introduced by the RBI in this fiscal. So this is something, an important announcement made by Honorable Finance Minister, and it is also an pride moment for India that India is going to have its own digital currency, like like other countries also. Now the Union Budget 2022 also comes in a month where when assembly elections will take place in the 5 states. Yes, we all are aware about that. The Vidhan Sabha elections, or we can say the state legislative assemblies are have to be are just near in 5 states, which are followed by the Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Goa, and Manipur. So before getting into it, we have to understand the major pillars of this budget. The first pillar is health and well-being of Indian citizens, and the second is inclusive development of aspirational India. Now, inclusive development for aspirational India, under this pillar, agriculture will be given more boost, then innovation in research and development, that is R&D. We all know that again, it's a proud moment for India that India is having its own 2 vaccines, Covishield and Covaxin. Yes, so we can say major boost was given to the research and development for the vaccines. Okay. Then physical, financial capital and infrastructure. Then reinvigorating. We have to understand the term reinvigorating over here. Reinvigorating stands for strengthening someone, or strengthening or giving a push up or a boost to something. That is human capital. Human capital refers to strengthening skills, the skills which make the the skills which in turns develops the skills which a human being should possess in order to avail job employment opportunity in various sectors. Then the government has also adopted the philosophy of minimum government and maximum governance. Now let us discuss the highlights and key points of this budget 2022-23, which was presented in the parliament. The main tax. Now, what are the main tax proposals in this finance bill? The first comes the income tax. As earlier discussed, there is no change in the income tax rates for the individuals and corporations this year. So the tax slabs will remain the same. It will remain the same only, just as of the previous year. Okay. In the last year also, there were no such kind of changes made by the government. Now also there will be no changes. Surcharge stands for an extra charge, or you can say these actually doesn't surcharges are not included under the tax slabs. Surcharge on long-term capital gains. Currently, the surcharge on long-term capital gains on listed equities and equity mutual funds is capped at 15%. The surcharge on other LTCG is 25% if the total income is between 2 crore and 5 crore. So here again comes something important, that if your income, or if the income from long-term capital gains is varying between rupees 2 crore, or if it is between the 2 crore or 5 crore slab, then you have to pay 25% surcharge on such kind of income. And if it is more than 5 crore, or it is excess of 5 crore, then you have to pay 37%. All this will be capped at 15%. Then tax on virtual digital assets. Income from transfer of cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens will be taken at the rate of 30%. It has been seen that media has portrayed this move by the government, by the current government, as a biggest blow to the cryptocurrency investors. But according to me, see, when we are talking about the concept budget, or when we are presenting something, and as well as today I am speaking on this, it becomes a core responsibility of the speaker and as well as of the presenter to be neutral on both the sides. We have to see the positive side and as well as the negative side. Many of the people have taken this side as a negative point from the budget. See that the government is going to charge 30% tax on the cryptocurrencies, which is such a big blow to the investors. Like if you are earning 1 lakh from the cryptocurrencies and 30% taxes will be levied on this, that means 30,000 rupees will be taken away by the government. ये तो गवर्नमेंट तो हमको लूट रही है, ऐसा भी लोग बोल रहे हैं. But it is not like that. It is not like that. See, before introduction of this finance bill, or before introduction of this budget, before all these things, there was no legal framework, or you can say there was no, there were no guidelines also, whether the cryptocurrency is legal, whether the investors or whether the persons who have invested in cryptocurrency, it is legal from the constitutional machinery or from the government point of view. People were having no idea about it. But as soon as the moves taken by the government or the announcement made by the government makes the picture very clear that the government is not in that mood to ban the cryptocurrency. They are not in a mood to ban the cryptocurrency. Instead of that, they will, since we all know that the cryptocurrency is a very risky market, investing in cryptocurrency is very risky. Only those who are big bulls in case of investing, because investing is also a skill. According to me, investing is also a skill. One should be well practiced in investing also. That and if you are and one can become a good investor by way of practicing it. So the one who are like big bulls, like we can take examples of Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala ji. Okay, so there are many other big bulls in the in this investment market there, where these people can actually invest lots of funds in cryptocurrencies or any other digital virtual assets. But what about the common investors? What about the normal investors who have subscribed cryptocurrencies? For them, it may be a big blow, but in order to have a record of each and every transaction, in case of cryptocurrencies, the government has levied 1% TDS. TDS stands for tax deducted at source on each and every transaction. This is something very important, that according to me, taxing on each and every transaction is not a big blow. Instead of that, it will maintain the security of the investors, like how the SEBI maintains the security of the investors also in case of shares and debentures. So TDS will enable, so the government will make sure that the government has record of each and every transaction. So in case of any fraud or in case of any imbalance in the India's cryptocurrency,
the time is over.
Okay. So, hello.
Come to conclusion, Geet.
Okay. So the we'll make it fast. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Come to conclusion.
Yes. So in charging taxes on the virtual digital assets should be is considered to be an important point. Now the taxpayers will be permitted to file an updated return of income within 2 years of the assessment. They have to pay 25% penalty on taxes and 50% penalty in the second year. Now cooperatives will have alternate minimum tax for the cooperative is reduced from 18.5. Earlier it was 18.5. Now it is 15%, and surcharge will be reduced from 12% to 7% for cooperatives whose total income is between 1 crore and 10 crore. Then custom duties on 500 items have been changed and many exemptions have been given by the government. So the government has also made a well boost, and the government is trying to give a boost to the health and nutrition of the Indian citizens under Ayushman Bharat Digital Scheme. Open platform for NDHE or the National Digital Health Ecosystem will be established. So this and National Telemental Health Program will also be launched to provide access to quality mental health counseling and care services. River linking projects will also help to avoid drought-like situations. The Ken Betwa, which are the tributaries of Yamuna River, will cover the entire Bundelkhand area is going to get covered under this project. Then digital ecosystem for skills and livelihood, DESH. Stack e-portal will be launched in order to provide relevant jobs to the people. Then infrastructure, PM Divine and other important national infrastructure pipeline will be aligned along with the PM Gati Shakti network in order which is actually related to transport and logistic infrastructure. Now railways, Vande Bharat mission. Under Vande Bharat mission, 400 new trains and 100 cargo terminals for multimodal logistics will be developed. Then under telecom sector, spectrum auctions, Boli Lagana, which we say, will be conducted to facilitate rollout of 5G mobile services. Then on in case of energy environment, battery swapping policy that is exchanging policy for electric vehicles will be implemented. 4 pilot projects for coal gasification and conversion of coal into chemicals is required. Then in case of MSME, the government has announced several measures for MSMEs sector that included extension of emergency credit guarantee scheme ECLGS till March 23. The total expenditure is expected to be 39,44,909 crore during 22-23, and the receipt side is, and the receipts are estimated to be 22,83,713 crore. So if we are able to compare this, we can see that the budget is again a deficit budget. We are not able to see a surplus budget, but instead of that we are able to see the deficit part. Now against in addition to this, important move has been made that rupees 1,59,000 crore will be transferred to states in the form of back-to-back loans in lieu of GST compensation. Then deficits is targeted at 3.8% of GDP, and it is targeted at 6.4% of GDP in 22-23. Then GDP is estimated to grow at the rate of 11.1% in 22-23. Then here comes the ministry-wise expenditure allocation of the under the union budget, that so and so minister, so and so ministry has allocated so and so funds. Here we can see this column should be emphasized that budgeted 2022 and 23. Defense Ministry has got a fund of all these figures are under crores. Then the next table talks about the expenditure on subsidies. The government provides subsidies through various yojanas or various policies, like Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana is there. Then in order to mitigate or in order to counter the impact of COVID-19, and clearing loans of FCI, Food Corporation of India. Small loans or big loans were taken by FCI also in the last year, and as well as in the year 2011 and 16. Then fertilizer subsidies were also estimated at 1,05,022 crore in 22 and 23. Petroleum subsidies consist of LPG and kerosene. No kerosene subsidy has been budgeted for 21-22 and as well as for 22-23. And other subsidies include for government schemes on price support scheme for agricultural produce, assistance to state agencies for procurement, and among others. So this table has been released by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. The data is been under all the figures are expressed in crores, like food subsidies, fertilizer subsidies, petroleum subsidies, and other subsidies are given. Then expenditure on major schemes have been given. These all includes the expenditure the government is going to spend much on so and so policies, like the Manrega scheme is there, the PM scheme, PM Kisan Yojana is there, Jal Jeevan Mission, or the NRD, the National Rural Drinking Water Mission is there. We have Amrut and Smart Cities Mission, where various cities under the from various states have been taken into the consideration development under the policy of Sabka Vikas and Sabka Prayas. Then fiscal responsibilities and budget management targets we would like to see in this in short, as time is very less. Fiscal deficit of 2021 includes was targeted at 9.2% and it was revised at 6.9%. Now the estimated is 6.4%. The revenue deficit is estimated to be 3.8%, and whereas the primary deficit is estimated to be 2.8%. So the final conclusion, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, on the other hand, gave the most extended budget address in 21-22, clocking it at most 160 minutes. Budget 22 provides a foundation for Amrut Kal, or 25 years, leading up to India at 100 years of independence, and reiterates the government's commitment towards strong MSMEs and startup ecosystem. The union budget presented the union budget presented by Finance Minister Sitharaman focuses on three pillars of inclusive welfare, digital transformation, and sustainability, and leveraging private investment, all aimed at pivoting the country from the pandemic towards India at 100. The three pillars can potentially have a strong and long-term positive impact on MSMEs and as well as on ecosystem. The pandemic has impacted or affected many small businesses who require additional support through this strengthening access to finance, access to technology, and access to market. Like we have seen, access to technologies that the government is also focusing on digital mission India, which is the Prime Minister's dream project. And RBI is going to use blockchain technology to have its own digital currency and to have India its own digital currency, then to market to remain competitive and become a part of global value chains. So by this, I would like to end my presentation. I would like to thank the Bharat College. I would like to thank all my dear friends and as well as respected teachers, respected principal madam, uh, who give me a privilege or who gave me a wonderful opportunity to present on such a most important topic called as Budget 22-23, presented in Parliament on 1st Feb 2022. I am once again thankful to all the audience and as well as to the college members. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Geet. So next presentation is Suraj Singh from Bharat College.
Before that, please note students Sanjana Yadav and Rekha Yadav. If you are there in this room, please join the breakout room option, which is given to you.
Suraj Singh is there. Sure. Next is Krishna Sutar from RKT College. Krishna Sutar is there. Next is Preeti Pathak from RKT College. Hello, Preeti.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm presenting my presentation.
Yes. Share your screen.
Sir, my screen is visible.
Yes, it's okay. Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay, sir. First of all, good morning to one and all present over here. My presentation topic is Union Budget 2022-23. Here, let me first share my screen. So I can't able to see my slide.
Now it's visible.
Yes, sir. My topic is Union Budget 2022-23. Union Budget is allocation of fund to different sector or estimation of expenditure and receipt from income and borrowing. And this borrowing, we call it as in economic term, fiscal deficit. Basically, in simple word, fiscal deficit means over of expenditure in comparison of income. That difference or that gap to feel that expenditure is called as fiscal deficit. Union budget in Hindi, we call it as Aam Aadmi budget. The public get to know about their tax collection allocations. Here, Union. In this presentations, I'm going to cover history of budget, factor considering for 2022 Union budget, comparison of allocation of fund from 2021-22 to 2021-22-23. Benefited to whom? Benefited to which sector? Uncovered area expected by public for relief. And last conclusion. Overall, we get to know about the fund allocations for our nation, whether our country taken one step ahead to make the country developing to develop. This is the main motto of our union budget, to make the country one step ahead for developing. Here the first slide is on history of union budget. Before independence also there is a union budget presented by James Wilson, but we consider from independence only. The first union budget of independence India was presented by R.K. Sammukhana Setti on 26 November 1947. First woman hold the post of finance ministry was late Indira Gandhi. And our union budget is only presented by finance ministry. Until 1999, union budget was presented on last day of February, depending on the leap year and non-leap year. From 2016, the date changed to 1st February. Before printing of the budget start on week ahead of presentation in parliament with halwa ceremony, which shows the tradition of India having something sweet before starting the important work. This year also we have celebrated halwa ceremony. It doesn't mean that printing of paper is not there, as the digital presentation of union budget is there. Since 1947, this was a 73rd annual union budget. From last 2 years, there is a paperless budget. As you can see in the picture, our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman hold one tablet, and this shows a one step for eco-friendly budget presentation. This factor of union budget 2022-23, this is the factor which are most focused in this budget. Sunrising opportunity, it means a new startups and infant companies given a more focus and given a more developing schemes. Energy transmission, productivity, PM Gati Shakti, education, inclusive development involve agricultures, research and development, PPP mode, PPP schemes, it means public partnership, public-private partnership, finance investment, climate action, and one more, defense. Here are the 4 major sectors which are taken in this union budget 2022 and 23. PM Gati Shakti, which basically depends on 7 engines that are roadways, railways, logistics, waterways, airways, mass transport, and clean energy. Roadways, there is a target of 25,000 kilometer national highways to make a convenience for the public. Railways, there are 400 Vande Bharat trains are going to be create for public convenience. Logistic services, waterway, 100 cargo terminals will be going to develop. Airways, drone service are more utilized for services, for providing of services, and for agriculture sector also. clean energy, they are more given importance to the renewable energy. Inclusive development, agriculture given a more developmental focused area. And research and development, the 25% of research and development fund will be allocated to defense, and rest will be on agriculture sector, on new startups, and PPP mode, private public partnership mode schemes, where government will join the hand with private sector to give more efficient services to the public. Sunrise opportunity, as I said in the last slide only, sunrise opportunity means infant countries given a more focused area, that is to enhance the new startups, to generate more and more startups for our India, and to produce a domestic product more rather than we are importing others. Emergency credit line guarantee limit is extended for one more year till 2023, and extended by 50,000 crore rupees, and now the budget is allocated for the same is 5 lakh crore rupees. Drone Shakti is for serving the services. Udyam e-Shram portal, where the data of laborers are going to be collected, and government will provide the job to the laborers, and also the money when required, and if the schemes are going to give us. PLI schemes. PLI schemes is production linked initiative, where more and more you produce, more and more initiative you will incentives you will receive, and this gives an important and this focus on the domestic production. Rural development, in this budget 2020-23, more focused on rural development and development of backward areas, more especially the northeastern areas. Here the Awas Yojana not only for the rural areas but also for the urban areas, housing facilities to the rural as well as the urban areas. 80 lakh houses will be provided to the public. This is the target of 22-23. Social development in terms of PDS systems and other facilities which are needed by the backward areas. Har Ghar Nal Se Jal scheme. This facility is for the water facility in the rural as well as in the urban areas wherever required. Yes, this is my fifth slide that compare the allocation of funds. Here, top three is of financial statement, and other three is of schemes. Okay, so total expenditure estimated in this year 22-23 is approximately 40 lakh crores. And in the year 21-22, in the last year, the estimated total expenditure is estimated, and the total expenditure is 34.84 lakh crore rupees. And the total receipt of this year 22-23 is 22.84, and there is no major change in the receipt of last year and this year. Fiscal deficit, when there is a expenditure is more heavier than receipt, it means a fiscal deficit in India. And this when there is an enhancement of 35% of total expenditure, there is definitely going to change in the fiscal deficit and enhance the fiscal deficit of this year. The fiscal deficit in this year is 16.62 lakh crore rupees, and last year fiscal deficit is 11.06 lakh crore rupees. And the schemes are Awas Yojana, which is the biggest and you can say most focused scheme is given in this budget. 80 lakh house are targeted with a fund of 48 crore rupees. And in the last year, Awas Yojana is also was also given by target of 26.20 lakh crores. And this year, the target enhanced with a budget. So 7.35 crores is given in the last year, and this year the budget and fund is also enhances. Har Ghar Nal Se Jal scheme is also in the last year and this year, but this budget is enhanced by approximately 10 crore rupees. Okay, in the last year 50.01 crores and this year 60 crores. ECLGS extended for 1 year, and in this year 5 lakh crores, and in the last year, previous year was 4.5 lakh crores. There is an improvement for by 50,000 crores.
5 minutes over, Preeti.
Okay, sir. My two or three slides. I'm just
Yes.
going fast. Okay.
Yes.
Growth to the sectors. Defense sector gets a growth. Education sector, MSME, medium, small, micro enterprises. Rural development, as I said, that backward areas and the northern, especially the northeastern, are focused in this budget. Railways, energy emissions, and most important, infrastructures, heart of national economy. When the infrastructure stop, our economic will stop, and ultimately we will going to be stuck in the flow of goods and without flow of goods and services, we will not survive. Digital services, agriculture, e-passwords. Here, our union budget is is separated in two parts. Part A is I explained in the previous slides, and here the part B, that is tax part. Reduction in the corporate tax from 18.5 to 15 as company tax. Surcharge of corporate reduced from 12 to 7%. Charge of tax on digital asset is 30% aside of all the exemptions and losses. SEC may get 2 years to come up with their miss out income and pay their taxes. Employees of state also contribute 14% of NPF as central employees are contributing. This measures is taken for equal contribution from the state and the central level. New startups get 15% in concession. Extended this initiatives. Initiative for new companies has extended for 2024. Here, the other miscellaneous, one station, one product for local cultural development. 400 Vande Bharat schemes, better energy and passenger riding, 100 cargo terminals, Parvatmala to ecological sustainable road in hilly areas where there is not reachable reaching of road. Uses of Kisan drones for assessing and for checking the farms and for pesticides, and also for mapping of the land. One class, one TV channel is an initiative taken for the education sector. National digital health ecosystem, where one portal is going to be developed, where all the data of patients are collectively there. National tele-mental health programs, 23 health centers to conceal the person, controlled by IIT Bangalore. 68% of defense will spend on domestic product to reduce the dependency of foreign countries. This is a big step taken by the government for a defense. The area which are not covered in this union budget, which is expected by the public to do so, that is tax rate. Most of the publics are more expected to change in the slabs and reduce the tax rate to save their money. They don't want to pay their taxes as normally that are the expenses. They conclude that thing as expenses. Health sector, there is no major change in the fund allocation of health sector. Orphan child, as the Supreme Court is more focused on the orphan child, the budget is not contain anything for the orphan child. This is a disappointment by the public, also by the Supreme Court also. Education, there is a initiative taken for education, but there is not much change in the fund allocation. Here the conclusion, this year budget will bring a drastic change in economic as more focused one. Infrastructure's core area of economic growth. We will focus more to domestic produce goods and services, as in import duties enhance for the some product which are imported from the other countries. Overall, our economic will get some boost from 2022-23 budget. Many economists believe this budget as balanced and satisfactory budget. Allocated more to the area like backward will definitely bring a good change. Thank you so much for giving me such opportunity, and thank you to all the team who conducted this presentation. And here I can express my view on the very important topic, that union budget 2022-23. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Preeti. Our next presenter is Rosa Gurram. Rosa Gurram is there.
Yes, sir.
Rosa, start your presentation.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir, teachers, and my dear friends. My name is Roja Prabhakara Gurram from SICS High School. The topic which is given to me is Union Budget. On 1st February, Union Budget speech was given by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Now, first, what is Union Budget? According to Article 112 of the Indian Constitution, the Union Budget of a year, also referred to as the Annual Finance Statement. Annual Finance Statement is a statement of the estimated receipts and expenditure of the government for that particular year. Now, the contents which I am going to present first is the the vision of Atmanirbhar. Second is PM Gati Shakti. Third, agriculture and food processing. Fourth, accelerating growth of MSME. Fifth, education. Sixth, health. Seventh, PM Development Initiative for Northeast Region. PM Divine. Eighth is productivity enhancement and investment. Ninth is transition to carbon neutral economy. 10th is central digital currency. 11th is financing the investment. 12th is trend to defect. 13th is tax proposal. 14th is indirect tax proposals. First is budget at glance. Now, what is budget at glance? Budget at glance is all the data related to union budget to reader friendly manner. It is a document that explains the gist of all broad aggregates and estimates in a form easier to readers. 1 second. Readers to comprehend it. This is a pie chart of budget at glance.
The screen is not visible, Rosa.
So now?
No.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. First is budget at a glance. This is the receipts and expenditure of the year 2020-21 and 2021 to 22, 2022 to 23. RE means revised estimates and BE means budget estimates. The productive link incentives in 14 sectors of achieving the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat has received excellent response with potential to create 60 lakhs new jobs and an additional production of 30 lakh crore during next 5 years. So second topic is PM Gati Shakti. National Master Plan for World-Class Modern Infrastructure, completing 25,000 kilometer national highway in 2022 to 23, an unified logistic interface platform, open source mobility stack, integration of postal and railway network, one station, one product, 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains, multimodal connectivity between urban transport and railway station, national ropeways development plan, capacity building for infrastructure projects. Third topic is agriculture and food processing. Agriculture and food processing resilient growth depicts pandemic, record food grains production and enhanced procurement, 2.37 lakh crore direct payment of MSP to 163 lakh farmers, and MSP means minimum support price, promoting chemical free natural farming, promoting post-harvest value addition, consumption and branding of mileage products, delivering of digital and high-tech services to farmers in PPP mode. PPP mode is public-private partnership. Use of Kisan drones to aid farmers, launching fund with blended capital to finance agriculture startup, Ken Bitwa link project to benefit 9.1 lakh hectare farmland. Accelerating growth of MSME. Interlinking Udyam, Ishram, NCSM, MSEEM portals, NCS means nerve conduction education, extending ECLGS with focus on hospitality and related enterprise, revamping CGTMSE with additional credit of 2 lakh crore, rolling out of RAMP program, raising of and accelerating MEMS, MSME performance with outlay of 6,000 crore over 5 years. Education. Building smart India with quality skills. Now, because of this pandemic, everything becomes online. So the government has more focus on online studies. So first is digital university with universal education. Launch of Deshtak e-portals, a digital ecosystem for skilling and livelihood, high quality e-content through digital teachers, one class, one TV channel program expanded from 12 to 200 TV channels, startups to facilitate drone Shakti for drone as a service, 750 RTL labs in science and mathematics, 75 skilling e-labs for simulated learning environment. Now health. National digital health ecosystem will be rolled out. National Tele-Mental Health Program will be launched for quality counseling. Integrated Architecture Mission Shakti, Mission Vatsalya, Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0 to be launched. 2 lakh Anganwadis to be upgraded to Saksham Anganwadis. PM's Development Initiative for Northeast Region, PM Divine, in spirit of PM Gati Shakti, funding infrastructure and social development projects, initial allocation rupees 1,500 crore. 1,500 crore. Objective enable livelihood activities for youth and women, filling gaps in various sectors. Productivity enhancement and investment, easy of living, trust-based governments. First, and issuance of chip-embedded e-passports, modernization of building bylaws, implementing town planning schemes and transit-oriented development, establishing centers of excellence in urban planning, providing a battery swapping policy as an alternative to setting up charging station in urban areas. Integration of central and state level system throughout its bridges, unique land, parcel identification, number of IT-based management of land records, establishing e-space of facilitate voluntary winding up of companies, end-to-end online e-bill system, and utilizing surety bonds in government procurement, animation, visual effect, gaming, and comic, AVCG promotion task force, support to 5G under PLI scheme, opening up defense R&D for industry, startup, and academia, 68% capital procurement budget for defense sector for domestic industry in 2022 to 23. Transition of carbon neutral economy, a coalition of rupees 19,500 crore proposed for production linked incentives for
Your time is up, dear.
Okay, ma'am.
Come to the conclusion part.
Okay, ma'am. Manufacturing of high efficiency models, circular economy transition to increase production and opportunity in a new business and jobs. Then central bank digital currency, RBI to introduce digital rupee using blockchain and other technologies starting 22 to 23. This lead more efficient and cheaper currency management system. It is also give boost to digital economy. Financing of investment, providing greater fiscal space of status, reduction in gross fiscal deficit of states, 20 to 20 RE 4.6%, 21 to 22 BE 33.7%, enhanced outlay to scheme of financial assistance to states for capital investment, allowing states official deficits of 4% of GSDP, of which 0.5% will be tied to power sector reforms. Allocation of rupees 1 lakh crore to assist states in catalyzing overall investment in economy. This is the trends in
Sir, please come to the conclusion. Your time is up.
Okay. Indirect tax proposal. First is tax proposals. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosa.
Welcome,
Our next presenter is Ibrahim from SDT Kalani College. Ibrahim is there. MD Ibrahim, MD Habil Sheikh. Ibrahim is there.
Yes, sir.
Ibrahim, start your presentation.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay.
Please share your screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. यार शेयर ही नहीं हो रहा यार.
Ibrahim, start your presentation. Please share
सर
your
स्टार्ट
screen.
नहीं हो रहा है सर, मेरा ओपन नहीं हो रहा है सर. ऐसे ही बोलूं सर?
नहीं, एक काम करो, मैं नेक्स्ट प्रेजेंटेशन लेता हूँ, तब तक आप देखो क्या प्रॉब्लम है, क्या इश्यू है.
ठीक है सर. ओके सर. ओके सर.
ठीक है. चलो, नेक्स्ट प्रेजेंट इज Bunty Khitani from SDT Kalani College. Bunty is there?
Yes, sir.
Bunty, start your presentation. Okay, share your screen.
Sir, 1 second. Sir, my screen is not sharing.
Bunty, share it again.
Yes, sir.
Your screen is visible. Slide share, slide run करो now.
Yes, sir. So 1 second.
Bunty, what happened?
Sir, my screen is not sharing.
आपका स्क्रीन दिख रहा है बंटी, सिर्फ आप उसको रन नहीं कर रहे हो. ऊपर रन का आइकॉन है ना ऊपर.
Okay, okay, sir.
आप अपना प्रेजेंटेशन निकालो.
Yes, sir.
ऊपर देखो स्लाइड रन का ऑप्शन है. प्लीज क्लिक ऑन दैट.
Is there error, sir?
हेलो.
Yes, sir. Error आ रहा है कुछ.
हाँ, डू वन थिंग बंटी.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
आप देखिए क्या इशू हो रहा है, तब तक मैं नेक्स्ट प्रेजेंटेशन लेता हूँ. ओके.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
So next is Shweta Pawar. Shweta Pawar is there.
Yes, sir.
Shweta, start your presentation. Share this PPT.
Okay, sir. Wait.
उधर बैठे. तो देखो हम लोग के इधर, हम लोग के इधर. हाँ, मीटिंग चालू सर. गुलशन मिस.
Sir, screen is visible.
Yes, yes, your screen is visible.
Thank you, sir. First of all, good morning, respected principals and my teachers and my sirs. My name is Shweta Siddhartha Pawar. I am from Adarsh College. I talk about Union Budget of 2022 to 23. First of all, what is budget? Budget is an important instrument of fiscal policy. Budget refers to an estimate of government revenue and expenditure effect for further periods. Budget is a financial plan that coins down the expected revenue and expenditure of particular fiscal year. Budget is the blueprint of the expected financial operations of the government for a year. It is a universal and essential activity of government. Thus, it occupies a very important place in the economy and financial system of a country. Last year situation 2020 to 21 is COVID-19 So I am talking first of all impact of Corona pandemic. COVID-19 as a pandemic become a mass scare and drastic impact on business infrastructure as well as very aspect of human life. Due to many large and small scale industries stacked down, production rate reduces, public and private sector has seen fall in their sales and revenue. India's GDP growth has taken to 4.7% in the third quarter of 2020. Inflation increases, slumps in share market due to this outbreak. Almost 80% of Indian companies have weak cash flow difficulties. Union Budget of 2022, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on February 1st announced that rupees 48 crores have been allocated for housing project under the PM housing scheme in first year of 2023. While presenting her fourth union budget, FM Sitaram said in FY 2022 to 23, 80 lakh houses will be completed for identified beneficiaries of the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. She added rupees 48 crores has been allocated for the completion of constructions of these 80 lakh houses under the PM Awas Yojana in both rural and urban areas. She said will promote affordable housing for the economical weaker section and the middle class. Budget at glance, two types, receipt and expenditure. Receipt revenue and capital. 2022 20 to 21, revenue receipt 16,33,920 and capital 80,75,916. Same this 2021 to 22, revenue receipt 70,88,424 and capital 16,94,812. 2021 to 22, revenue received 20,78,936 and capital received 16,91,064. Same this expenditure, revenue and capital 2020 to 21, revenue expenditure 30,83,019 and capital 4,26,317. 2021 to 22, revenue expenditure 29,000 and capital expenditure 5,54,236. 2021 to 22, revenue expenditure 31,61,289 and capital 6,02,711. Same this 2022 to 23, revenue expenditure 31,19,4,663 and capital expenditure 7,50,246. Union budget are two types, revenue budget and capital budget. Revenue budget are two types, revenue receipt and revenue expenditure. Revenue receipt included tax revenue and non-tax revenue. Same this revenue budget, second type, revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure included interest payment, subsidized defense expenditure, grants to state for creation of capital assets. Union budget, second type, capital budget. Capital budget, two types, capital receipt and capital expenditure. Capital budget, first type, capital receipt. Capital receipt included recovery of loans, other receipt means disinvestment, borrowing and other liabilities. Capital budget, second type, capital expenditure. Capital expenditure included providing loans, expenditure on social and community development, repayment of loans, etc. Budgetary principle. Budget is important instrument of fiscal policy. Budget refer to an estimate of government revenue and expenditure expected for a further periods. There are three different types of budgetary principle. First of all, annual balance budget, second, cyclical balance budget, and third, fully managed compensatory budget. First, annual balance budget. It maintains balance budget between income and expenditure of government. Balanced budget does not lead to inflation and prosperity or depressions in the economy. It prevents unnecessary expenditure. It helps to achieve full employment without inflation. The principle requires that the state should increase taxes to get more money and reduce expenditure to balance the budget. Second one, Cyclical balance budget. Cyclical balance budget has a stabilized effect on the economic system. Cyclical balance budget can stabilize the level of business activity during inflation, prosperity, and surplus budget are prepared to curb excessive spending activity during recession. Deficit budget are prepared to raise extra purchasing power in the economy. Third one, fully managed compensatory budget. Fully managed compensatory budget implies a deliberate change in tax expenditure, revenue, and borrowing with the aim of achieving full employment without inflation. It assigns a secondary role of budgetary balance. This principle, the growth of public debt and the problem of interest payment can be easily avoided. This principle is also called as a functional finance. There are three types of budgetary policy. First of all, balanced budget means when government revenue is equal to government expenditure. Second, surplus budget means when government revenue is more than its expenditure. And third one, deficit budget means when government expenditure is more than its revenue. Revenue budget cover those items which are of recurring nature. Revenue budget included revenue receipt and revenue expenditure. Revenue receipt included tax revenue, direct tax and indirect tax, and non-tax revenue such as fees, fines, etc. Revenue expenditure included defense expenditure, subsidized in interest payment, general services like policy, administrations, etc. If revenue expenditure exceeds revenue receipt, the government incur a revenue deficit. Receipt executive borrowing in 2022 to 23 are estimated to be rupees 22,83,713 crores and increases of 4.8% over the revised estimate of the 2021 to 22. Gross tax revenue is budgeted to increase by 9.6% over the revised estimate of 2021 to 22, which is lower than the estimate nominal GDP growth of 11.1% in 2022 to 23. Capital budget covers those items which are of non-recurring nature. It includes those items which are in the nature of acquiring and disposing of capital assets. Capital receipt include recovery of loans. Other receipt means include disinvestment, borrowing and other liabilities, etc. Capital expenditures including providing loans means to state, public sector units and foreign governments. Expenditure on social and community development, purchases of assets, repayment of loans, etc. If capital expenditure exceeds capital receipt, the government invites capital deficit. Growth oriented and pro-development. India's Union Budget 2020-23 seeks to lay down the foundation of the economy for the next 25 years. Despite repeated waves of the COVID-19 infection, supply chain disruptions and inflation, the Indian economy is expected to register a growth rate of 9.27% in the current financial year, implying that the overall economic activity has recovered from the pre-pandemic levels. Thank you so much, all of you for listening my presentation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shweta.
Sir, can I start?
Yes, Bunty, you can start.
One second, sir. Hello everyone. Good morning. This is Panti Kithani from STT Colony College, and I'm from SY BCom student. Here is the key takeaway from budget 2022 for our
railway sector. Key takeaway from budget 2022 for the railway sector. Railway was developed new product and efficiency logistics services for small farmers and small and medium enterprises, besides taking the leads in the integration of postal and railway network to provide seamless solutions for the movement. So screen is visible. Yes. One station, one product concepts will be popularized to help local businesses and supply chain as a part of 2000 kilometers of network will be brought under Kavach, the indigenous world-class technology for safety and capacity augmentation. In 2022 to 23, 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains will better energy efficiency and passengers riding experience will be developing and manufacturing during the next 3 years. These new trains are going to be made of light and weight aluminum as opposed to steel, making each around 50 tons lighter in weight, consuming much less energy than their steel counterparts. And next is 100 PM Gati Shakti Cargo Terminal for multi-modal logistic facilities will be developed during the next 3 years. Mass urban transport, including connectivity in railway, innovative ways of financing and faster implementation will be encouraged for building metro systems of appropriate type at scale. And the next is multimedia connectivity between mass under transport and railway stations will be facilitated on priority design of metro system, including civil structure, will be reoriented and standardized for Indian condition and needs. The Indian Railways, the year to receive generous budget allocation towards capex spending. This will act as a impetus for the elaborated blueprint of a national railway plan. Some important highlights, including the introducing of 400 train set 18 to improve rail passengers experience under one product, one railway station, investment in Kavach, the signaling and telecommunication infrastructure, as well as focus on Bharat product and all a positive booster for India Railway. Overall, the budget was forward looking, said Sujata Narayan, VP WebTech India. And the last is Railway is already manufacturing 44 Vande Bharat trains in order to have these trains running on at least 75 routes by August 15, 2023, as announcing by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his Independence Day speech. So thank you for your precious time, all of you, judges and audience. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Bunty.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now I request all the participants, please stay with us. Okay. Just a minute. Just a minute, all the participants. Okay. The presentation of second group is still going on. Okay. So just a minute. Ibrahim is there. Ibrahim.
Unless the presentations are over.
Yes, Miss Ibrahim. Ibrahim is not there, ma'am. He left. Okay.
Okay.
Rest of all the presentation are over, ma'am.
Okay. Should we leave the room or should we be there in the room? Hello,
I'm
sir.
stay with us, ma'am, for a few minutes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. हेलो सर.
Yes, Gauri.
हाँ, मेरा प्रेजेंटेशन बाकी है, मैं बोलूं?
आपका वो ग्रुप में नहीं हुआ क्या प्रेजेंटेशन?
नहीं ना.
हाँ ठीक है, फिर बोलो आप.
ओके सर.
शेयर करो स्क्रीन, गौरी.
शेयर करते हैं तभी. हाँ सर.
गौरी कौन करेगी?
मुझे बाकी है. मला बोला मम्मी आने.
चला आता 2 मिनिटं.
सर मी स्टार्ट करते.
यस गौरी, चालू करो.
हाँ. Hello, my dear friends. Very good morning to one and all. Myself Gauri Ladke. I am from SICS Degree College. Today I will present you a PPT presentation is dedicated to our union budget of 2022 to 2023. On February 2022, our union budget is presented by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. So we plan to discuss the important regarding union budget. Budget 2022-2023. The word budget in Indian Constitution is replaced by annual financial system. Annual financial system is defined in Article 112 of Indian Constitution. It is presented by Finance Minister of India in Lok Sabha of President of India. Fourth, Budget 2022-2023 is a fourth budget presented by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Now guys, we are going to discuss important that is about the union budget. Highlight. India growth is estimated to be at 9.27%. That is the highest impact in the world.
Hello.
PLI scheme in sector has received excellent response. So the full form of PLI scheme is Production Link Incentive. The PLI scheme will be applicable in 14 sector has received excellent response. So PLI scheme that has been developed in 14 sector is an important scheme. Production Link Incentive Scheme for achieving Atmanirbhar Bharat has received excellent response with potential to create 60 lakh new jobs and additional production of 30 crore during next year. That means the government of India is now will be creating new 60 lakh jobs. So newly 60 lakh jobs will be created by our government of India. And this PLI scheme that government will help potential of above 30 lakh crore product during next year. PM Gati Shakti will encompass the 7 engines for multimodal connectivity for state, one station, one product to help supply chain of local product. 100 cargo terminal under PM Gati Shakti will be developed in few next year. Now it will have total 7 engines for the multimodal connectivity for the state PM Gati Shakti. Gati means and speed. Next, Parvatmala for conventional road in hilly areas to be taken in PPP mode. So conventional road in hilly areas to be taken in PPP mode. PPP means public-private partnership modes. That is Parvatmala is conventional road in hilly areas. For farmers to adopt to natural farming comprehensive package for participant of government and MSMEs to be introduced. For farmer and MSMEs, we have a comprehensive package that is given by Government of India that will also use the state government. Hospitality service. The small are aid to bonus pack. Therefore, the government has decided to extend ECGL service for this sector by March 2023 with an increased coverage of rupees 50,000. So, hospitality service is also about the small and medium sector are aid to bonus pack. That was the government has decided to extend the ECGL service for this sector by March 2023 with an increased coverage of 50,000. Skilling program will be recognized reorient for skilling, upskilling and reskilling of our youth. Digital Dish e-portal will be launched. Now the skilling program is to be reoriented it because in India we have lakhs of skill. So Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana running for skill development. Program has to be reoriented for skilling, upskilling and reskilling of our youth. Digital Dish e-portal will be launched. One class, one TV channel will be increased for 12 to 200 TV channels to provide supplementary education in regional language for class 1st to 12. That means the government now just pointing on the electronic education or simplify they are just going on digital education. Next, a digital university will be developed to provide access to students to world-class quality education with ISTE standard. Now, what is the full form of ISTE standard? Indian Society for Technical Education Standard. Next, for Mental Health Council, a national mental health program will be launched. Now, mental health, that is an important part in COVID-19 situation. Maximum people lost their job. Because of that, their mental health is disturbed. So, counseling a national mental program will be introduced for improving mental health of the people. Thank you.
Thank you, Gauri. Okay. Anyone is there? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Who's this? Suraj.
Yes, sir. Suraj Singh.
सूरज प्रेजेंटेशन हुआ आपका?
Yes, sir.
ओके
Okay, sir.
ठीक है सूरज, स्टार्ट योर प्रेजेंटेशन. सूरज, शेयर योर स्क्रीन.
दोनच जण आहेत, 3 जण आहेत. ठीक आहे, सांगू त्यांना रिझल्ट्स विल बी डिक्लेअर आफ्टरवर्ड्स. असेल त्यांना सांगू.
ये पहिले लेफ्ट जरा सूरज. सूरज सिंह. Further, miss, one more presenter is there. Farida ma'am. Suraj, start your presentation. Suraj.
तर एकत्र घ्या ना, हे लोक पण ऐकतील ना प्रेझेंटेशन.
सर स्क्रीन पे आ रहे हैं सर.
स्क्रीन शेयर करो सूरज, स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा. Suraj, please share your screen. इतना लीव करा, इतना बुलान लग रहा है. Suraj Singh, please share your screen. Suraj, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
क्या हुआ, क्या इशू है? Suraj, tell me what is the issue?
ये स्क्रीन पे आ नहीं रहा है.
Suraj, please reply what is the issue? Farida ma'am, am I audible? Farida miss.
Suraj, can you hear us? Hello.
So now without wasting much time, okay, let's come to the concluded part of this presentation. Okay. So first of all, I would like to thanks to all the participants for such wonderful presentation. Okay. Any participant wants to give the feedback, then they can give the feedback. Anyone wants to give the feedback? The result of the presentation will be declared afterwards. Okay. It will be inform you within 2-3 days. Anyone wants to say something? Hello. Git, you want to say something, Git?
Yes, sir. I would like to thank all the committee members, staff members, and as well as all the teachers, judges, and all my dear friends who participate, and participants. It was a wonderful opportunity to expertise, to give our or we can say to represent our expertise in case of analysis. So I would like to thank all the members of Bharat College, and it was really grateful to represent the budget or to give out this analysis on the budget 22-23. Thank you.
Anybody else wants to give the feedback?
Sir, can I
Yes,
speak?
Bunty. Yes, Bunty.
यस सर. सर मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि आपकी तरफ से और जजेस की तरफ से, आपकी पूरी टीम की तरफ से ये प्रोग्राम रखा गया और उसमें कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट करने के लिए जो कि बजट के बारे में हम लोग को बोलने का मौका दिया. आपका आभारी हूँ. थैंक यू ऑल एंड एवरीवन. थैंक यू ऑडियंस एंड जजेस. Thank you very much. That's it.
Suraj, you want to say something? So before come to the end part, okay, I would like to say something. Okay, so all the participants, please note that the result of this presentation will be declared afterwards. Okay, certificate, that is e-certificates of participants and e-certificates of winners along with the trophy, okay, will be sent you afterward. Okay, e-certificate will be sent through the email. That email you have registered with us. Okay.
Okay.
So now I request Vishaka ma'am to give the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Today's judge, faculty members, and my dear students from various colleges, on behalf of Bharat College of Arts and Commerce, I, Assistant Professor Vishakha Torne, express my gratitude to the today's judge, Ms. Farida Khopoliwala ma'am and Pooja Oak ma'am for agreeing to grace this PPT competition. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here with us. We are thankful to the management of Bharat College of for their continuous support. I would like to thank our in-charge principal, Dr. Neetu Kapoor, ma'am, for her enthusiastic support. I appreciate the organizing team headed by BMS coordinator Sandesh Tambe sir and librarian Madam Rushali ma'am, and all students participants for your presence and participation. Thank you so much, everyone. Now I declare the competition is ended here. Thank you so much for everyone for being here. Thank you so much.